All right, so take two. I just realized I did not hit the record button, so we're going to start over here, make it real brief. Um, Here today I'm finishing up the last day of the month, May 31st, 2022, up about $180, so very solid. I am not trading from my desk today or this week. I'm going to be trading from the Outer Banks. So I just have my computer, just my trading computer, no monitors, or keyboard or mouse or anything. So I'm able to manage with just a computer here. I finished up solidly, so it's really kind of all I need. But I don't want to be getting trading too much or too aggressively, just with limited supplies. That's why my goal this week is just to spend as little as time possible behind the trading computer, and just getting green and walking away by 10 o'clock. I don't want to be trading after 10 o'clock, trying to make as much as I can, or trying to make back losses, or like chasing some stock that's going parabolic. I just want to be done by 10 o'clock, get green and walk away. That's kind of going to be my philosophy this week. This market's still kind of cold. However, we did get a nice gap on Jan, 125%. We started trading this around 8:45. I was looking for a move over 4 here, but it never really happened here until this candle. We had a nice volume spike, and I had a feeling I was just going to break through this level, so I started getting a bit aggressive here. Should have sized in a little bit more, maybe about 1,000, 1,500 shares, but I was only in max 750 shares. But I was able to make a nice $100 on that. And here at the open, I missed this whole leg, unfortunately. My Wi-Fi was getting a bit spotty, and yeah, I had to sit this one out. I just couldn't get fills, and it was a little bit laggy. So unfortunately, I missed this 20% move, which is quite unfortunate. But then I tried buying into this dip buy off the 90 MA, looking for some more continuation. Keep in mind, this is a 2 million stock float, so this thing could go flying. Who knows how high this could go? I thought this had more in the tank, but this ended up being the high here. I ended up buying this dip, but no really significant bounce here, kind of just really ranging here up top here. And then at the open, again, I was thinking a dip buy and a rip past 5, but we never got it. Kind of just got bunch of break-even trades in here, small red, small green, small red, small green. So overall finishing up about $100. And then since then, volume fading, backside, kind of ugly now. Who knows if the volume's going to pick up later in the day, but I'm definitely not going to be here to trade it. And we have AMC. I took a couple scalps on. I was thinking, nothing was really moving, and I thought this was a good setup, but I was 1 minute too early. Somebody scooped up these shares that I sold, and they rode it for a nice 5% gain. Unfortunately, that wasn't me. But I was looking for a breakout here, but we didn't end up getting it. I ended up pulling back one more time, and it shook me out. But that's what happens sometimes. But at least it's only a $9 loss. The trick is just to keep your loser small and your wins nice and juicy. So we also had TMBR, took a couple losses on that, very small size as well. Penny stock, not my favorite. I don't like anything under 50 cents or $1. It's very hard for me to kind of manage my risk. The range just seems to be, it's just very hard to judge the range on a stock that's under $1 versus like a $5 or a $10 stock. I always seem to either have too much risk or too little risk, and so that's why I kind of stay away from it. But I did end up, trying to take a couple stabs out of here, looking for a breakout, but pulled back again too much. Had to cut that one for a small loss. Here I was looking for a breakout as it tested 44, but just kind of got stuffed in that level, and I took it off again for a small loss, but very small position size, nothing very significant. Finished that one down $15. I lost $15 on TMBR. Then HUSA was a nice one, gave some good opportunity today. A lot of oil stocks were moving again overnight, probably because the EU ban on Russian imported oil. So that's probably why the oil prices rose again. Here, very light volume, but I was looking for that breakthrough 4-5, and I was stalking it down here, and it did end up going, but the volume was so light, so I was really looking for a better setup with bigger volume. But it just kept going parabolic on low volume, 40, 50,000 shares a minute, very small. I was looking for at least over 100,000 shares per minute, and I just completely missed this nice move here, and actually got shaken out on this 1 minute pullback. I kind of bought up the top here on this candle, then got shook out down here, and then it ended up going without me. So I completely kind of messed this one up here, and then we had a consolidation up here. I thought, maybe we'd see some continuation, so I took a stab at it off the 9 EMA, looking for a breakout at 543. But a couple times didn't work out. Ended up pulling back a little bit more. Again here, looking for a dip buy off the VWAP, looking for a move back up to 540, but didn't end up happening. Volume was fading, and cut that one for break even. Only 2 shares. I think that was only a test. I think this was a test trade just to kind of test the Wi-Fi, my fills. So actually, I don't think that was a setup for me. Then at the open, I waited until it kind of tested the 544 level, and I started taking my first position as it held the 9 EMA, and it broke out of this previous candle at 528. So I took a starter there, looking to add to my position. Here I added, looking potentially for a break of 544, but it was a little bit too soon, so I took it off for a small 2-cent loss while I was still holding my original position. I was up 10 cents, and I was still holding that starter position, looking to add more on the next dip. Dipped down kind of hard. I was accumulating, but it was still very like a steep pullback, so I had to sell some for a small loss, just to kind of manage my risk to the downside until I saw something to confirm that there's still bullish sentiment on it. And then this candle came in, and I started getting real aggressive, adding into this candle, and then this candle again, looking for that breakout. It's in 2,000 shares on a $5 stock, so it's over $10,000 position size, and I was able to capture a nice $175. And here, looking for a pullback and a rip through the high here, but never got continuation. And you can see that I sized down because the market's just very cold, and I don't want to be gambling or betting too much on these stocks that are up too high, because there just hasn't been a lot of continuation. And again, here we go, another backside move, huge consolidation. We did end up getting a breakout later in the day, but 11:30, I definitely was not here to be trading that. And usually I like to be done by 10 o'clock, especially if I'm not at my trading desk. I don't want to be spending too much time trading here without all of my supplies. So my goal here is to get green and walk away, and that's what I did today. Here you can see take a quick look at my intraday P&L. I took like $9, $10 losses in a row, and then I had a nice $100 win, and then a $175 win on HUSA. So you can see that. I was like getting a little bit frustrated here about those 9 losses in a row. I thought I was just never gonna get a nice winner until Jan popped up, and I was super juicy. Just adding, I had a feeling it was gonna break through. It was a 2 million float. Volume was coming into the high. It was just so juicy. And that's like the best feeling in the world as a trader, is just seeing that nice setup. And then, so let's look at the last day of the month. So let's look at the monthly profits here. Finished up 2,147, so that's solid. Definitely a leg up from my previous best month in April. On the week, well, it's only one day in the week, so we're only sitting down here at 180 about. But last week was nice, 600. And looking to, increase that as I increase my share size over time. I'm probably going to increase my share size again over the coming weeks, especially when I get back to my trading desk. But I don't want to be pushing my share size too much when I'm away. My Wi-Fi isn't the best as well, and it's enough to get by, but I don't want to be pushing it too hard with big size. I just want to get green and walk away until I get back to my trading desk, and then I can pick up where I left off and keep increasing my share size and getting a little bit more aggressive. So where was I here? So there's my month. And then here's look at my cumulative. Here, so here's my cumulative. Definitely starting to go a little bit more parabolic, especially as I increase size. And the trick is, once I was consistent, I'm just, kind of just doing the same thing, just on a bigger share size. So let's go through my statistics for May. I did have one $380 loss, but I was able to make that back in 2 days. But definitely something you got to get used to is taking bigger losses as you're increasing your share size, and it's definitely going to stir up a little bit of emotion while you're trading, and you just got to maintain your composure. That's really the only way you can get through it. Because if you start acting on your emotions and trying to revenge trade or trying to make your loss back in one trade, it's just not going to happen. So just definitely important to maintain your composure as you are increasing size, because you're definitely going to have bigger losers than you're used to. So here you can see my average daily gain after all losses and wins. I'm up 102. My win-loss, my accuracy about 61%. I could get that a little bit better, but I do have a solid, 1-to-1 risk reward, 11 to 11, with a profit factor of 1.74, which is solid. So if I just keep showing up and doing the same thing, I'll be happy, and my P&L curve will be happy. So this week I'm just gonna focus on getting green and walking away. So that's it for me. My mic's about to die, so let me walk away here so I don't have to edit this video and take another take. So, all right, see you guys tomorrow for the next new month and another day trading recap. All right, peace.